That's the level of desperation we're talking about here. Delta Airlines bought their own refinery for jet fuel, and now...
Today we're talking about gas and transportation in the U.S. in their own words. Gas and...
The level of desperation we're talking about here. Delta Airlines bought their own refinery for jet fuel, and now...
Car insurance, though, however, is definitely more expensive here in Florida. For instance, I'm paying $220 a month. Now, I should probably shop around a little bit. I think I can get it a little lower, but car insurance in Florida is definitely higher because we have, unfortunately, uninsured drivers. We have a little bit older population.
Let me tell you the real reason why filling up gas here feels like a financial punishment. Hawaii produces its own gasoline. The Par Hawaii refinery in Kapolei operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, turning crude oil into gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. But here is the catch.
But yeah, see, I'm going straight over that limit. And so, I'm only doing about 20 miles altogether. But again, now this $12 is gonna make sure I don't end up paying $8 a gallon. So if I ended up getting 4 gallons after I took it back or whatever it was, or I was short a gallon, that should have ended up costing me 32 bucks. Right now, 4 gallons of gas.
Crude oil barrels set the tone. Markets decide, we just moan. Oil rigs dig deep, but the price won't drop. Tanks half full while your paycheck stops. They blame the war, they blame the storm, but I think it's just the new norm.
Well, when oil gets cheaper, it usually means lower gas prices. Right now, the average price of gas in the US is about $2.91 per gallon, and this is the lowest we've seen since 2021. So that means cheaper fill-ups, lower transportation costs, and eventually lower prices for things that get shipped, like food and household goods. So for most people, falling oil prices feel like a win.
You working back down to the limit instead of trying to get it back up to where it's supposed to be. Worst case scenario, if you have to, you do it twice. So, again, we're gonna see where it's at right now. Bada boom, bada bing. I was at 3, what'd she say?
First off, Oregon has 0 oil refineries. Not a single one. 90% of the gasoline sold in the state is refined in Washington. Think about that. 9 out of every 10 gallons you pump came from Washington state. We are completely dependent on our neighbors just to fuel our cars. And how does that gas get here? One pipeline, the Olympic pipeline.
Probably we'll see a little bit of bump in gas prices right when we get closer to Christmas from all the travel, but we may not. We see those bumps in gas prices every single year right before Thanksgiving and Christmas. We didn't see it before Thanksgiving. Now, with that being said, right before Thanksgiving, all of our refineries that were, running limited amounts due to maintenance.
That's the level of desperation we're talking about here. Delta Airlines bought their own refinery for jet fuel, and now California's thinking maybe we should do that for gasoline. Except Delta knows how to run a business, and the state knows how to run deficits. The timeline is terrifying. Phillips 66 closes in 2 weeks, taking 17% of refining capacity. Gas jumps to $6.43 per gallon by February.
Well, I'm here at the gas station here in Jersey, and I just wanted to show everyone Donald Trump's gas prices, since he claims that the gas prices are below $2, as per what he said yesterday. Can anyone tell me where on this board do you see gas prices below $2?
Another chunk, and prices hit $8.43 per gallon. If one more refinery has a fire or decides to leave, we're looking at $10 per gallon, and actual shortages where stations run out completely. This isn't the 1970s oil embargo, where there wasn't enough oil. California has plenty of oil. This is a pure, self-inflicted disaster.
I just filled up my tank right now, $64.50. Diesel, $3.59, regular $2.71, plus $3.51, and super $4.11. Yeah, keep believing the BS that Donald Trump gives you guys. So I don't believe nothing he ever says.
So, In response to this, the USA either increases or decreases oil production, because the US needs a specific price to produce at. If the price is below about $70 per barrel, the United States cannot produce profitably enough to increase oil supply.
So oil prices have been falling because there's simply too much oil right now. And if peace talks between Ukraine and Russia succeed, we could see an onslaught of Russian oil hitting the market. When supply goes up and demand doesn't keep up, that hurts oil producers. Energy companies make money by selling oil, so when prices drop, profits drop too.
Hey everybody, this is Andrew and Stella from Two Eagles Exploring. It's time for a gas price check. We're here in Buellton, California, and here's the gas prices. 87 octane is $4.59. 89 octane is $4.79, and 91 octane is $4.99. Let us know where you're watching us from, and let us know how much gas prices are.
So, I'm getting gas, and for the first time in 4 years, gas in Knoxville, Tennessee is $2.09. You heard me right. $2.09. I'm so happy. It's a Christmas blessing. Anyways, you'll have...
Now let's talk about why $60 per barrel is considered a magic number. So historically, around $60 is the level where oil is cheap enough for consumers, but still high enough for most energy companies to break even and stay profitable. When you get below $60, companies start cutting spending, drilling less, and laying off people. And when you get above $60, consumers start to feel the pain at the gas pump. So when oil drops into the mid-50s like it is right now, it's great for drivers and for us as consumers.
Quite the opposite. Let me ask you this. Do you think the bankruptcies that are coming in the next 18 to 24 months, do you think those are going to happen in OPEC nations or in the United States? Do you think the job losses are going to happen in OPEC nations or in the United States? This isn't an OPEC collapse. This is OPEC doing what it's designed to do. And right now, they're showing us how insignificant we are. Thanks.
Alaska, Florida, Iowa, Idaho, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Ohio, Texas, Utah, West Virginia, and Wyoming. There are 12 red states in this country that have higher gas prices today than they did a year ago. There are 11 blue states: California, Connecticut, Illinois, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New Jersey, Nevada, Oregon, Rhode Island, and Vermont. This is my response to Scott Bessent, who was on TV this morning saying,
I can't get gas because the power's out in the area that I am in the whole zone, except for cars. So, yeah, I didn't realize I should have got gas this night because I was like, oh, whoa.
You think OPEC has collapsed? Quite the opposite, my friend. I don't know how to tell you this, but what is happening right now is exactly the purpose for OPEC to exist. OPEC is as strong as they have ever been. Yeah, in the business world that I grew up in, when an organization can basically flip a switch and eliminate a large portion of their competition,
let's talk about how that happened. So in order to understand the situation, we're going to have to understand how the global oil market works. So there are two main players we're going to talk about. One is OPEC, or OPEC Plus, which is the aforementioned cartel we were talking about. They're the world's largest cartel.
Gallon, $4.30 a gallon. Meanwhile, your buddy in Oklahoma is texting you that they are paying $2.55 a gallon. That is almost $2 less per gallon. Every single gallon. And it is not like this is new. Oregon and other West Coast states consistently have some of the most expensive gas in the country. We are talking fourth highest in the entire nation right now.
All right, that was gas and transportation. Mostly gas and groceries. What's your experience? Drop A.